Hello, I'm Bishop John, Bishop of Salford. I'm very pleased to be able to speak to you today. I don't suppose it's within anybody's living memory that all the churches are closed. They are important focal points for us, aren't they? They're the places that we go, particularly on Sunday for the celebration of Mass and for the celebration of the other sacraments too. It's the place where normally we'd have those holy days leading up to Easter. But they're closed, and they need to be closed for people's protection so that we don't get too close to one another physically and we're aware of the dangers of passing on the virus to one another. But because they're closed, it doesn't mean that our faith is shut down, that we can't be living our faith and being united with God in our prayers. There's always been something called spiritual communion. It's where we place ourselves in the context of the Mass that we know is being celebrated somewhere. Maybe we're watching it live streamed on the internet. We can be in spiritual communion. Yes, we don't actually receive communion, but we're there wishing ourselves to be taking part. And that's always in the tradition of the Church been such an important moment. It's important too when we talk about spiritual communion through the sacrament of reconciliation. Yes, we can't go to a priest at the moment and receive individual absolution. But Pope Francis was very insistent quite recently in one of his messages where he says, yes, you can't get to a priest, you know you want to. You know you want to be forgiven for whatever's gone wrong. So you simply speak to God. Yes, I've done this and this and this wrong, and I'm very sorry, and I ask your forgiveness, and I want to start again. And we can rely on that moment of forgiveness. When things get back to some sort of normal, and it will be a new normal, won't it? It won't be quite getting back to what we've been used to. But when all this pandemic is past, when we can celebrate those sacraments together in public, when we can attend Mass and we can use the sacrament of reconciliation and celebrate it, then those will be important moments. But for now, we've got to manage in a different way, but not to be disheartened by it, not to feel we're deprived. Yes, we live our faith as it can be lived now. It means that our prayer is important, our time of thinking about our faith is important, and our spiritual communion is very real, and it is a place where we can find ourselves with Christ, with one another, in the peace and the love of God for each and every one of us. Take care, keep safe, and be well. And blessings to you all in these difficult days.